All right, guys, great job on that warm-up. So for our strength today, we're gonna do 5 rounds of 10 to 15 reps on each side, depending on your goals, but also the weight of the dumbbell that you have at your house. Obviously, the lighter the dumbbell, we wanna go with a little bit more reps. The heavier the dumbbell, we wanna kind of cut some reps out at the top. So we're gonna start with the single arm row. So the single arm row on the right side, single arm row on the left side, again, 10 to 15 reps. And then we're gonna do single arm floor presses, same thing, 10 to 15 reps on each side. So the single arm row, what the single arm row is gonna look like, you guys are pretty used to this. You are gonna have both feet flat on the ground. You're gonna have a nice flat back. You're gonna take the dumbbell and you're gonna row that dumbbell towards the rib cage with that elbow tracking high and behind. If you guys don't have a dumbbell at home, you know, we can do these with bands where you step on the band, you bend over, and instead of it being a single arm, it's actually gonna be a double arm bent over row with that band. The floor press, so not something that we do a ton of, but it's gonna be our kind of home version of the bench press. So even if you have a bench at home, the floor press is a very valuable tool. Because it requires you to maintain tension all the way through. So when you get into the floor press, this is kind of the trickiest part, is you're gonna take that dumbbell, you're gonna put the dumbbell on whatever leg you wanna start with in terms of lifting with that side. You're gonna lay back, and as you lay back, you're gonna bring that knee up, both hands on the dumbbell, and then you're gonna press that dumbbell overhead using both hands. You're gonna do your 15 to 10 presses on one side, and then when you go to switch, you're gonna bring that dumbbell down to the bottom of the press. You're gonna bring the dumbbell over the other side. You'll go back up to extension, and you'll do 10 to 15 reps on that side. If you guys don't have a dumbbell at home for the floor press, this is something a little bit different for us today. We're actually gonna do a staggered push-up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get in the push-up position. Whatever arm you're gonna work is gonna be in the normal position. Whatever arm is gonna be off for that round, I want you to step up about 6 inches, right? So everything is exactly the same, but what you'll feel is the arm that's in that normal position is responsible for a lot more work than it would be if both arms are underneath the shoulders. So again, 5 rounds of that, 10 to 15 reps on each arm of the bent over row and the bench press. Ready? Let's get after it. Take your time with the setup. Again, make sure those feet are flat on the ground. Make sure the back is nice and flat. And again, we're not looking for speed of the dumbbell. You know, something I've learned at home is challenge yourself to take longer than you would in each rep. You know, take your time, full extension, but also like full activation of the muscles the entire time on each side. It's not gonna take that long regardless of how fast or how slow you go. Plus, this is your time to work out. Nice. When you go to transition to that floor press, again, remember to press it over your head the first time with both arms. Right? Get it locked out, get situated, and go through your reps here. In the floor press, what's really important is you want to act like it's a bench press, right? So notice that our feet are in flat on the ground. We're activating the glutes. Our lower back is off the ground. We're driving through the heels the entire time. So act like it's a bench and try to resist the tendency for that elbow to slam the ground. Almost prevent that from happening every time, which makes the floor press really hard. So 10 to 15 reps on each side. Grab it with both arms, put it down safely. Do not put it over your head. Roll out, perfectly done. Take as much rest as you want in between, maybe a little bit of water, check in with me, and then right back into it. Over here, dumbbell. So another 10 to 15 reps each side. As you get tired, feel free to knock a couple of reps off each round, right? We're concerned about really good reps. So if you get tired, maybe not do as many, as long as all those reps are good. Again, no rush, take your time. guys, nice job. Five rounds of that. A lot of pushing and pulling. So we're gonna grab some water, we're gonna take a little bit of break, and we will go over the workout. Good? Ready to go through the workout? All right, so your workout today is gonna be a 14-minute AMRAP. The rep scheme is going to go 50, 40, 30, 40, 50. The first and the last movements are single arm in terms of total, so make sure you understand which ones are single arm and which ones are both arms or both leg reps. So it's going to start off with 50 total dumbbell shoulder to overhead. So any way you want to take that dumbbell and go overhead, there's 5 ways, and Ash is going to demo all 5 for you. So the first way is a strict press. Nice. Second way is a push press. Excellent, so a little dip and drive. Third way is a push jerk. Right, dip, drive, and re-dip. Fourth way is a split jerk. Right, not something we do often, not something I recommend, but it's fun to watch Ash do it. And then the 5th way is a thruster, which is also a shoulder to overhead movement. And that's not even an option because you don't want a front squat. But I would say your middle 2 options are really good options, either the push press or the push jerk. You guys can alternate sides when you want, but you're gonna accumulate 50 total. From there, we're gonna go to 40 total laying or lying toe touches. So this is a good scaling options for those of you that don't quite have toe to bar, but we're gonna hold that dumbbell, we're gonna hang out in a hollow position, and she's gonna bring her legs all the way up overhead to touch that dumbbell, and she's gonna try to resist the urge to hit those heels every time at the bottom. Ash, you wanna show a couple of reps for people who are not as flexible as you like me? So maybe bring those knees up first towards the body and then try to touch the dumbbell after, right? We are not all as pretty in gymnastics as Ash is. After 40 of those, she's then gonna move to dips. So we're gonna do dips on a box today. Grab the box, shoulder width apart, and put your hips directly in front of the box, so don't come too far away. The easiest version is what Ash is doing right now if her feet are flat on the ground and her legs are bent. If that is easy for you, feet can go out in front, and again, the same thing all the way down, all the way up, elbows tracking behind. If you're a true dip ninja, you can raise those feet on another chair, on your couch, on your coffee table, on your kids, on your dog, whatever you want to do. From there, she's then going to do 40 single arm dumbbell swings. So these are kind of new to us, but it's simply just a single arm Russian kettlebell swing with the dumbbell. So she's going to swing that dumbbell between her legs, she's going to pop her hips, and that dumbbell is going to come slightly above her eyes. She can switch whenever she wants, but she's going to accumulate 40 of those total. And then the last one, and by far I would say the hardest, is she's gonna then hold the dumbbell overhead, and she's gonna do 50 total dumbbell lunges, switching every leg, every rep, but however she wants with her arms, right? So you can do 10 on one side, alternating your leg, 10 on the other. If these are just too hard, which is totally fine, I might go to this second progression here. You can take that dumbbell, we can have a front rack position. You can put that dumbbell on the shoulder and accumulate your reps that way. If you can't hold it on the shoulder, we can hold it in a goblet, however you want. These are just gonna be weighted lunges with the RX version being overhead. Remember, this one's an AMRAP, so as soon as you're done with your last rep of the lunges, you're back to the top on the shoulder to overhead. If you have any questions or progressions or scaling options, make sure you find the hardest version for you, and we're gonna get after it in about 3 to 4 minutes.